Hello there, this is going to be a general love reading for all signs. Yesterday I went live on Instagram as opposed to recording on YouTube, and then I didn't have the juice for it. You know, it's a very anxious time right now here on election day, and I just couldn't do it last night. I've just been so consumed with that anxious, nervous energy. So here we go. We're gonna record today. This is Tuesday. We have ebb and flow and then sudden change. I find that to be very fitting to the energy because ebb and flow is like is that energy of it comes and then nothing happens, and then it comes and then nothing happens. And so there could be this repeat pattern of like seeing someone or money coming in, you know, opportunities coming in, and then nothing really comes from it, or it evaporates really quickly. It's like it retracts right away, recedes. And with sudden change, it means that things are going to change like that. I mean, you look at it, it's like you go from just being able to see the sand, right? See that? And then all of a sudden it's kind of like a tsunami. You know, water is symbolic of emotions. So that also is symbolic of someone's emotions coming and going. And I wouldn't say coming and going, but the way I would describe it is as like being able to sort of suppress it and then not, and suppress it and then not. And then there's just like this sudden explosion of emotions that cannot be held back. And it is the same type of energy if you were to describe like when a dam breaks. When a dam breaks, the water cannot be contained. And so there is this dam breaking where emotions cannot be held back. We're in a very deep sign, right? Scorpio season. It's very emotional. What we feel we can't quite disconnect from so easily as we may have been able to before the season started. Depends what your sign is, depends on your chart. You know, water signs, you guys kind of always sort of feel like this unless you have something in your chart, in your moon sign or Venus or whatever, to help you disconnect from feeling emotions. A lot of people like me, you guys know I'm an Aqua gang with a Capricorn moon. My speciality is either being able to feel everything to the millionth degree, but also disconnecting from it to feel nothing. Like the ebb and flow is sort of really symbolic of energy that I feel on the daily normally. But in Scorpio season, being intuitive, I'm feeling just all emotions and I can't disconnect from it. Someone here cannot disconnect from what they feel, and especially in a season like this. So for example, in like, let's say just last month, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, this person, you or them, was able to really easily be like, I'm cool with this. I don't really got too much. I don't got, what do they say? Like, I don't got a dog in the race. You know, people say weird things. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a coal in this fire or whatever, right? I'm good either way, right? Whatever's. This is the kind of season where if you want something, you really, really, really want it. And you cannot seem to sort of push away what it is that you really desire and want. So that's what makes it such an intense season, is that we're feeling emotionally super intense. The intensity is just, oh, it's like through the roof. It's thick, right? We're drowning in the emotions. And whether the emotions is you feeling sad or upset or happy or glad or in love. You have fortune. And that is quite symbolic of a lot of your guys' money coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Money is going to come and go. Money is energy. Right? So we know that. We know money will come, money will go. But a lot of people are stuck behind a broke lack mentality. And that lack mentality is where you constantly feel broke, or you're constantly pinching pennies and, you know, exuding this energy and this frequency of, I don't have enough. And the universe is listening to that, right? If you believe in law of attraction. So money is supposed to come and go because it's energy. But for a lot of you, you've been resisting money. You've been actually pushing it away by saying, I can't afford that. That's so expensive. Oh my God. Like, even if something is out of your price range, that's exactly as I would look at it. Well, right now that's out of my price range. That's not something I necessarily need right now. It's just not really, you know, financially aligned with my current situation. You know, however you want to word that, but by constantly saying, oh, it's so expensive and I can't afford that, it's just screaming broke. And I mean, the universe is going to give you whatever energy you are putting out, like attracts like. With fortune, I've been feeling this all year for a lot of feminines. Of course, the masculines are building their fortunes as well too, but very much so feminines. They are coming into their power, right? Calling all their power back to them. They are attracting in huge amounts of money. And you're going to start to see that it may trickle in at first. And for some of you, it may not trickle in. It might be just a windfall of money. But either way, it's a fortune here being created. Now, for some of you, this is the counterpart that's going to be loaded. And it just is what it is. You know, we feel the energy of very financially stable, if not for some of you, wealthy partners, okay? And I mean, you do deserve financial stability. And this is the difference, is we're not asking for things that we don't come to the table with. We are financially stable. Therefore, of course, we want a partner that's also financially stable. Why the fuck wouldn't we? Why would we want to shortchange ourselves? No pun intended, but yeah. Why are we going to do that? I'm a hustler. I need a motherfucking hustler. I can't be with a guy who's lazy and unmotivated. I can't be with somebody who's just willing to settle for crumbs and just make it every month and, you know, can't really like do shit because they're financially strapped and they're not necessarily financially free. Right? Now, something's sitting here. It's face down, ass up. So I don't know what it is, but I don't know why, like, just feel the thought of me flipping it over, I felt anxious. Is it the election results? Fucking A. I hope to Christ us witches manifested hard enough. Fucking A. But we do know that whatever the outcome is, it's what's destined to be, because everything is written for a certain reason. You have freedom here, which is so funny because that's exactly what I'm voting for. So, I mean, joking about that card being the election results, and there you have freedom. As a divine feminine, we are in our energy space of, we are independent and we are free, and we will not be told what the fuck to do. Not with our minds, not with our bodies, period. We will not be told. That's the true divine feminine energy. You know, we relate that energy, and we have for years, to, you know, deities and goddesses such as Lilith, such as Kali Ma. And do you think those types of energies, those types of absolute fucking goddesses and powerhouses would just simply let someone else tell them what to do, who has no right to tell them what to do? Because, like, if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, then motherfucker, you can't tell me what to do. And if you know, right? That's that energy of this freedom. It's like, I don't think so. You know, it is for the past how many years many of us have been on this twin flame journey. It's been about finding this twin flame, right? That was the carrot that they baited us with, right? And it's so funny because they needed something that was going to get us down this path of self-love and healing, and for us to basically snatch back our power, for us to break generational curses and to you know, you see what I'm saying? And the twin flame thing was like, oh my God, the most elusive of connections. We want that. And we went down these roads and paths and journeys and looking for this twin flame, the other half of ourself, the mirror of us. And we ended up finding ourselves. Well, not all of you, but the ones who did do the job and the work found themselves. And what we found was, God, I am a powerful fucking being. and I flourish alone. And I can rise up from anything. And it empowered us to break chains of generational curses, right? Now, whether that generational curse is that of nobody in your family ever made it big, everybody struggled financially, and you're the first one to become extraordinarily financially independent, if not wealthy. Maybe people in the past, from your past, was bigots, right? Misogynistic people, etc. And you come in here and you say, nah, that shit don't fly. You know, you can't call yourself a healer or a light worker and then yet support terrible behavior like that, because that's hypocritical and it goes against everything. What we fight for is equality. We fight for that, especially divine feminine power. To be a feminine and to be okay with that power being taken away, it's like the math ain't mathing. So make it make sense. Because rich get richer and poor get poorer in some sort of, you know, situations. I think people like us can smell a con from a million miles away, right? Because we have had so many past relationships with narcissistic masculines, and we know what it looks like. We just know what it feels like for us to feel inferior in their eyes, and for us to be made to feel that, like, you don't have a voice. I tell you what to do, and you listen and you obey. And it was like back in those days when we didn't love ourselves and we didn't know better, right? It was like, right? But like, you try to tell a motherfucker that now. You fuck around, you find out. This freedom energy feels really connected to a counterpart. It feels like your counterpart is not going to clip your wings. Your counterpart is going to support your freedom of choice, the freedom of the mind. See, we're not just fighting for the fact of like freedom to have a choice over our bodies, but we're fighting over the fact of freedom to be able to think the way we want to think. Because you can't tell me what to think. The fuck is that shit? Right? And I think the perfect counterpart for true divine feminines is a divine masculine who understands all of these things. And he says, I love it that you have a mind of your own and that you think so openly and you fight for the underdog and you fight for equality, or whatever this is your fight is, where you're fighting for basic, this is like humanitarian shit. That's what light workers are for. We're to raise the vibration of the universe. And how do you do that? With love, not hate. You know what a lot of conquerors did in the past? Terrible dictators and conquerors. They used separation as like a tactic, because division is like a key factor for them in winning, because people are stronger in numbers when it comes to shit like that, right? So they divide and conquer is the point. Divide and conquer. And I have a feeling that this particular masculine here doesn't like that. He's not about that shit. And he feels like big dick energy, right? This could probably be someone wealthy who may benefit from, you know, whatever, what have yous. But he don't feel like that. This is a freedom fighter. I mean, that's literally what I heard in my head. This masculine is a freedom fighter. Doesn't like to be told what to do either. Does what he wants to do because he's not harming nobody. The perfect match. You have surrender and good news. Absolutely. This is the season of good news, right? Yeah, it's a season of a lot of darkness, and you know, it's Scorpio season, so it's a lot of endings and new beginnings, right? Death and rebirth. It's a really dark time right now. Pluto, Plutonic. Pluto is destruction, but it is ruler of rebirth. You have a lot of good news coming in, coupled with that fortune. Some of you could just like fucking literally win a jackpot. Shit just happens. I mean, sudden change, sudden good news, right? With the surrender card, I almost forgot what the card was. With surrender, it's about surrendering to the flow and not fighting it. Can you surrender? Are you open to higher vibrational things? Have you done the fucking work? Oh my fucking God. That's why I did not want to touch that card. And I got anxious just even the thought of flipping it over. You have union. And I don't feel like that's union with a karmic partner. This looks like a bride and a groom. This would be someone that you have the potential of marrying and spending the rest of your fucking life with. 2 freedom fighters. 2 people here that fight against suppression. That's why it makes you the perfect match. I'm going to do just a real quick tarot spread before, maybe 1 card, and then we'll finish this off in our extended. You know, and I don't like when people say, well, you shouldn't give your opinion about matters. Again, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. And you don't tell me what to say on my shit that I built from the ground up. I put in 7 years here. I say what the fuck I want to say. And you don't like it, you do the simple basic thing. You click off. There's no need to have Twitter fingers and leave a comment that the rest of us, it's not like the rest of us are going to go, oh my God, I got schooled by this person. Oh my God, my day is ruined. Actually, the rest of us look at this and go, oh my God, thank God that ain't me. Really, it's all it is. You're actually doing the opposite of what you're trying to aspire. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you can't check me, boo. Okay? And the rest of us are reading those kind of comments like, okay, save yourself the troubles of you exercising those fingers today. Okay? Go save it to go argue with a stranger on the internet elsewhere. If you don't like something that someone on the internet says, especially if you're watching their YouTube channel, you click off. These are, again, see, it's frustrating for me as an aqua because these are basic things that, like, I wonder, how is the most basic, simplest, most common sense, logical thing not common sense and logical to people? I don't get that. But then again, this is the state of the world we're in, clearly. You have Ace of Cups. Let me get one more. That's the Holy Grail. 10 of Wands. Oh my God. You see how this masculine is carrying a heavy load? And that's what we're going to find out in the extended look. Sudden change again, tower, bottom of the deck. You ever heard the term, the straw that breaks the camel's back? There is a straw that breaks this camel's back. Remember the dam that breaks? Sudden change. That's what we're going to dig into today, honey. Let's get our minds off of all of this chaos and anxiety and all this shit in the world right now. I know the entire world's watching because it affects the entire world in some way. And I take comfort in the fact that so many people in other countries are rooting for what we're rooting for is freedom. You know, they say, you want to live in a dictatorship? Come over here. I mean, literally, it's what people from other countries tell us. You know what I'm saying? This is YouTube. We have tons of people from other countries. I've had clients that live in those type of countries for years. And they say, you guys just don't even understand. You don't even know. You have no clue what they would give to take your place. You know what I mean? What they would give. Anyways, let's get into this extended. Should you wish to rent it, click below this video the word more. It's going to bring up all my links. Click on the first one. It's going to take you to my website. Go to the extended readings and special love / oracle readings. Also, reminder, very soon, 11/11 is going to be the Witch's Brew I have. I do have, I think, 2 tickets left. If you want to join that one, it's $88.88. You would PayPal me the money and then email me so that I can email you the Zoom link. What we're doing on there is we are going to be talking stories, pulling cards. There's going to be a meditation period for a few minutes, and then I'm going to be doing a group Reiki healing session. Obviously, we're going to be planting our seeds for manifestation because it's 11/11. It's a very auspicious day. So I am super excited to do that with you guys. And also don't forget, I think today there was seven decks left of my 5th deck that's coming out called Chapel Rose. You can pre-order yours on my website in the, I forget where it is, in the shop section of my website. So again, I'm only printing 55 decks. After this, all these pre-orders are sold, if in the future you guys want to order more decks or you want to order that particular deck, the price goes up to $77 because right now it's $66. That's just the way it's going to work because the less amount I order, the more expensive it actually ends up costing. So don't miss out because everybody does that. When I first did my midnight hour oracle, you know, people were like, meh. And then when they actually saw me using it in my readings, everybody wanted them. And you know how I do. My decks are exclusive. All my products are. They're not just always available for purchase 24/7. And speaking of which, this is a 4th of the bracelets that have to get sent out still, right? Summer Loving and my Love Me Tender. Like I said, this is a fourth of them. So if you think that I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs or taking your money and doing nothing with it, that is absolutely inaccurate. I've been doing this for years, okay? Years. Receipts longer than CVS. Years, okay? New motherfuckers may question it, but if you're not new here, then you know better. Again, you have not been forgotten, okay? Whether it's a bracelet, candle, or water, or a deck, you have not been forgotten. I have been severely behind. You see how many bracelets those are, and that's a quarter of the orders. I literally pack everything myself. I wait for my mom to make the bracelets. All the other products I make myself. I then have to juju them up, sound charge them, Reiki charge them, and then I have to print every single label and package them up and send them out. Sounds easy, but it's not, because now I have to check every single time I go to print a label. I must take that information, go to my emails, cross-check to see if this person has emailed me, if their address has changed, because many people order products and they don't update their address. Now, this is not for those of you who had to move within the time period of which you didn't get your pre-order. Those things can't be helped, and I'm not talking about that. But you would be surprised how many people do not update their address when they order a pre-order. I'm not sure why, if it's like PayPal doesn't give you an option, like, bitch, I don't fucking know. But so I need to cross-check every single one. Then I have to manually update it if it needs to be updated, or not, print it and do it with every single order, every single one. So I don't know, again, if this is an issue on PayPal's end, that like they don't easily show you what the shipping address is. I don't know. I just know that there is an astronomical amount of people that email and say, oh, I forgot to change my address. And it's like, that's fine, but that's what makes the process take that much longer. And also, it's just me, I'm a one-woman show, okay? When I do pre-orders for bracelets, sometimes I can sell 200 something bracelets in one pre-order. And then that's that many bracelets with just that one particular product that I have to tackle. So I just wanted you guys to see it, because it's so easy to think. You might think I'm sitting here with 3 bracelets not shipping anything out, but literally I think the 2 orders of these combined with the 2 products, Love Me Tender and the Summer Lovin', was 300 something bracelets, not including all the other products. So I'm telling you, why would I just take your money, buy the products, have my mom make them, or me make all the candles or the waters, and then let them sit in my house collecting dust? If I was just going to take your money, I wouldn't go through all that effort and energy and make any product. Does that make any sense to anyone? I didn't think so. Let's get into this extended. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. I will see you in the extended. Love you. Bye.